You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. This is really bothering lots of HBCU graduates. Students and faculty are upset at Elizabeth State University because of their decision to house out-of-town officers responding to protest. Students feel betrayed after learning officers are moving into dorms they were ordered to evacuate due to safety concerns. Now, after receiving a lot of backlash on social media, the university release said this, quote, "We are doing the best we can to support our community during this difficult time, working to ensure that citizens can exercise their First Amendment right to protest safely and peacefully. As a public university, ECSU has an obligation to support other public agencies in times of need, just as we count on their help when the campus makes a request. None of the rooms being used were previously occupied by students. The decision to close Residence Hall made on Sunday was made in anticipation of the city of Elizabeth City declaring a state of emergency on Monday morning." Okay, so we were there on Monday, Michael. They declared the state of emergency. The school system said, oh, no classes, we're going to be all virtual. I'm sorry, there's no riot. Folks aren't losing their mind. Right. We were there Monday and Tuesday. There was no need for that. Elizabeth City State University, y'all screwed up. Let those students back in their dorms.
It really sounds like they screwed up. One, two, this causes a hardship for the students and their families. Hopefully all the students were able to find somewhere to stay. I mean, it's not, when you have to go home unexpectedly like that, all right, it's not guaranteed that, especially with COVID going on right now, okay? And, they may, one of their family members or parents or what have you may have to quarantine because they have COVID or something like this. This is a hardship, but to then have to house police officers there, I mean, why didn't they put police officers at hotels? Why didn't this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So they should get backlash. But I want to know, like, who made this decision? Like, what was your thought process? Okay, in this era where you have African Americans fighting to hold police accountable, okay, and at the same time, we're about to have a massive number of foreclosures and evictions because of COVID. What was your thought process to send students home, staying in the dorms at an HBCU, and let police officers stay there? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Teresa.
Yeah, it's a smack in the face to the entire movement. Honestly, if I was a student at that school, I'd probably pull my tuition or ask them to give me a scholarship, because it entirely disrespects the entire movement and it's essentially, it looks like leadership isn't paying attention. So to do the opposite, it really is troubling. And I think those students really need answers to some of the decisions that's being made at that university.
Yeah, I would think so as well. Jason, your comment on this, please.
Yeah, I'll just say that I'm sure some donors to Elizabeth City State University are watching. And I think a lot of being a university employee myself, I know that universities think a lot about donors. So I think that some donors need to maybe make some phone calls to some of the high-ranking administrators and officials there at the university. And there need to be some conversations had on behalf of these students, and maybe even get in touch with some of the student leadership there, and they both talk to these people. And if they don't necessarily listen to what their donors are saying and what their students are saying, then I think you go into phase B, where there will be protests, people coming on media programs and talking about the failures of the administration at Elizabeth City State University.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom, Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.